I'd now like to introduce to you a very special young woman, Emma Borlace. She's travelled from Wagga Wagga to be with us today, and she wants to share her story. Her mum, Katrina, her dad, Martin, brother, Matt, and partner, Hugh, are all here today, sitting in front of me. And they remain steadfast in their incredible support of Emma and her health journey. I'm just going to stand to the side because I'm going to help Emma if she needs it. She asked me to stand here with her, but she has a story to tell you. Would you please welcome Emma?
November 16th, 2022, a date that will forever be etched into my memory, the date that my life was flipped on its head. I didn't know it yet, but as I walked into the blood donation centre in Wagga Wagga, where I was living for uni, to donate plasma for the first time, I would, in the days to come, embark on the most challenging journey of my life to date. It was sheer chance I donated plasma that day. I was making the most of my uni holidays after exams, working my casual job. However, I'd taken the day off originally to help shear sheep in Yass, but it rained the night before, cancelling these plans. With the day off now up my sleeve, I decided to head into Lifeblood. The days that followed didn't feel real. I was told I immediately needed numerous follow-up tests because something in my blood just looked a little off. To be honest, the thought that this could be something serious never even crossed my mind. I felt great. What I didn't know at the time was just how much of a fight my body was enduring below the surface. 5 days later, and I received the phone call. I was told to drive 5 hours from Wagga to Sydney on the suspicion of an acute lymphoid process, whatever that meant, only to be met the next morning with a formal diagnosis of early T-cell precursor acute lymphoblastic leukemia, a rare, aggressive, and rapidly developing form of blood cancer. In the days prior, I'd been ringing my family in South Australia and letting them know about these tests and sharing with them my confusion about it all. I distinctly remember my mum asking me, "Do we need to come and be with you?" And I said, No, don't be silly, I'm fine. On the drive up to Sydney, I called my mum, battling tears, and I said, "I think I need you now." In the drop of a hat, my mum, dad, and brother got in the car in Wallaroo, a small regional town in South Australia, and they drove for 16 hours, non-stop, across the country to be with me in St Vincent's Hospital, Sydney, the day of my diagnosis. I was formally diagnosed on the 22nd of November before commencing chemotherapy on the 2nd of December. I started chemotherapy and concurrent treatments in every form that they came, orally, into my veins, into my muscles, and into my spine. After 6 months of chemotherapy, I then had to prepare for a stem cell transplant. My cancer was classified as high to very high risk, meaning that the transplant was my best chance at staying in remission long term. I remember reading the relapse and survival rates upon my diagnosis and being terrified. This transplant was my best shot at a life after cancer. The preparation for this involved even higher doses of chemotherapy than I ever thought possible, plus total body irradiation multiple times a day. I was hooked up to chemotherapy for the best part of each day and then transported across the road to the oncology radiation unit, where my whole body was fit into a Perspex box and subjected to radiation for 45 minutes, morning and night. The theory behind this treatment was to destroy my immune system to the point where it was virtually non-existent, in hopes that this would give me the best chance at accepting the donor immune cells. My brother Matt, at 20 years old, selflessly became my donor and my hero. Cancer stole so much from me, my health, my fertility, and my hair, to name a few. My diagnosis and treatment also forced me to take a year off studying to be a vet at university. Not just in a year, my final year, the year I'd been looking forward to after 6 long years at university. The toll this had on my mental health was monumental. But all of that aside, what I want to talk about today is what I was given and not what I lost. Upon my initial admission into hospital in November, my family and my partner Hugh were frantically figuring out where to stay, moving from hotel to hotel. Out of the chaos came Sony Foundation's You Can Stay program. For 256 nights, they gave us a home away from home, and they gave us a safe space. They gave me more than just 4 walls and a bed. Those walls gave me stability in a life full of uncertainties. They've seen me lose my hair for the first time, and again for a second time. They've seen me inject myself in an attempt to save my fertility. But most importantly, it was a space in which we were together. My battle with blood cancer was relentless, but it wasn't solitary. With every agonising treatment, my family were by my side, and I drew strength from them every day. I can honestly say that I couldn't have done this without them. In my darkest moments, when depression was rife, they made me laugh, they held me, and they made me feel safe. Just as you would expect, they're all here today, their support always unwavering. I want to take a moment now to thank my beautiful mum, my doting dad, and my hero of a brother, and of course my dedicated partner. You are the reasons that I am standing here today. I want to thank Sony Foundation and all of you incredible donors for allowing my family to be with me during my treatment. You are the reason my battle wasn't solitary. This year has brought back many blessings into my life. I've been at university for my final year of veterinary science degree for 4 weeks now. But unfortunately, I've been dealt another speed bump in this crazy road called life. 2 days ago, I received another phone call. And after 9 months of slowly getting my life back post-transplant, I've relapsed and my cancer is back. I'll be readmitted into hospital tomorrow here in Sydney to begin chemotherapy immediately. Within a few hours of my news, the Sony Foundation and Quest, through You Can Stay, had already organised accommodation for me and my family in Sydney. My family and I will never have the words to express our gratitude for your generosity and support, especially as we prepare to fight this fight again now for a second time. You are all generous beyond words, and I will forever be grateful for what you are doing for youth cancer patients like me. Thank you all for letting me share my story today, and on behalf of everyone battling cancer in their youth, thank you for your unwavering support.